for a...
Okay, hold on. Now, you know why these devils are in China, right? Just want to let you know the reason why these motherfuckers went to China, right? The same reason all of the state senators and Republicans and Democrats across the United States and other statesmen and mayors, all of these different individuals, they did this. The reason why they did this, right, was to pledge allegiance to Satan. And it's not just so much the satanic, satanic ritualism, but it's also about everyone going to capitulate to the what do you call it? To China, the way they have their system set up. They're against the evangelical Christian nations of people. Okay, they're against Christians. You go over there talking about Jesus Christ, any goddamn thing, they're gonna kill you or put your ass in jail right away. Fuck it, go to prison. No stop and go, get gas, go to the grocery store. Fuck it. You straight from the street, straight to a prison. Fuck the court. Okay? Because you're guilty of sedition. You're guilty of causing a disturbance. You're guilty of domestic terrorism. That I'm telling you, in China, all of these CEOs, all these motherfuckers are over there. Look, America is at an end. 250-year birthday of America starts between May 1st and July the 4th of 2026. 1776 to 2026 is 250 years of oppression of these devils. Every nation, every person of people that you see on the face of earth know that the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans here in America are the Israelites of the Holy Bible. They know and remember what it was like to live under the regime of the kingdom of heaven on earth under King David. These people want revenge. What's his name? Vladimir Putin is testing the Satan II missile. The Satan II missile can hit Texas, destroy all of the majority of Texas, right? Because you can put all of the people in America and fit them all within the state of Texas, right? Everybody's across the street from one another, all that shit. 3-4 bedroom house, full basement, 3-car garage. Everybody in fucking America, man, woman, and child, can have their own house and fit inside the state of Texas. You can put 425 million people, okay, with enough room that where they got a backyard, they got a swimming pool, all of that shit within the state of Texas. All of the rest of America's land could be used as farmland to feed everybody in the state of fucking Texas. Vladimir Putin does not like Texas. Xi Jinping does not like California. What the actual fuck? These guys are willing to destroy America. Babylon the Great. They don't have a problem with it. They know that we, the Israelites of the Holy Bible, they know that the Son of the Most High God in heaven, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, is in the solar system on a world fathership 10 to 30 times the size of the entire circumference of the earth. In other words, you could put between 10 and 30 planetoids the size of the earth in circumference, diameter, circularity, okay, inside the inside circumference of the fathership that the Son of the Most High God is here with. You can put anywhere between 10 to 30 earth-sized planets. You can put all the Israelites on one planet and you got 10 to 30 the ship that he's here on is a Tesseract starship. Within it, okay, would give you a glimpse of what the kingdom of heaven would be like. Okay? During that time that the children of Israel that are being crowned and those individuals that stood up for stiffly for the name of the Lord, okay, are going to go to the crowning ceremony. Those individuals are the elect of the house of Israel. These individuals are in China to crash the U.S. petrodollar. It's over for the dollar. If you've got a 401k, individual retirement account, you got any fucking financial means, you need to cash the fuck out now before August the 1st. You need to cash the fuck out. Okay? Don't ask me how I get my information. Ain't none of your goddamn business. You better cash the fuck out or you ain't going to have shit. Everything is going to go upwards from here. Okay? U.S. petrodollar. Donald Trump's over there trying to negotiate with this Asian Moabite, of this Moabite, Xi Jinping, to buy oil from them, since they can't buy oil directly from Iran. Okay, because China can go right on down through there. Now, they think that they can make a peace agreement with China. Wait a minute. Iran sees what they're doing. Okay? If Iran cuts off China, China's going to cut off America. But they brought all of the business leaders in the world that run technology, agriculture, and energy to China to talk to this individual about world global domination. Okay? Now, to be put Xi Jinping as part of the Board of Peace. And these motherfuckers have been at war ever since, right? Now, let me go to a biblical scripture if I can find it, if I can remember where it is. Okay, hold on. At one end. Boom. Okay. Jeremiah chapter 51. Verse 28. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, and the king of the Medes is the kings of the Medes is Vladimir Putin, right? The captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. You know, the Edomite kingdom, right? All the rulers and all the captains of the Edomite kingdom are in China. Okay, that was the trip that they made, right? And the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, America, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. Okay, now that also goes into Revelation chapter 17, verse 18. They shall hate the whore. The whore of Babylon is America, okay, having unrighteous decrees and business dealings, okay, with all of these heathen nations. They have drunk the wine of the wrath of her fornication. They have drunk the wine of her fornication, which is all of these underhanded business dealings under the table. On the surface, it seems that they're at war with each other, but under the table, they're shaking hands. Because all of these individual nations are complicit with the destruction of the Israelites. Verse 30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. Okay? The Navy don't want to fight. They're sabotaging their naval ships just to avoid going to the Mediterranean or the Caspian or the Dead Sea in order to fight against Iran, because they know it's a no-win situation. Right? They have remained in their holds. Their might hath failed. What is their might? Okay, the THAAD system, the fucking Iron Dome over Israel, it's failed. Okay? Over and over and over, time and time again, okay, with all of these drones and these cluster bombs that Iran is dropping on Tel Aviv and all of all of the surrounding towns, Ashdod, and all of these other cities over in the land of Israel, right? That's when it says in Malachi chapter 1, verse 4, we shall build the desolate places. The desolate places were all of the cities of Israel being occupied by our enemies that they built, okay? And now we know the land is desolate and will stay desolate until the Israelites go home. That's the reason why they have to import and export food, water, shelter, all of the things that they need to make buildings, roads, all of that shit. They have to import all of that stuff because the land will not produce it naturally. Ain't no way, because you have imposters claiming to be us. That's what's part of the business deal. All of these motherfuckers, okay, all of these nations are going to go over there. Now watch, Benjamin Netanyahu is going to go over there and show up. Hey, look, let's do this thing together. We have to get rid of the niggers, right? Niggers, sharp R, okay? They have to get rid of us because they know that we are the tribe of Judah and the son of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, whose only begotten son's true name in the Lashawan Kodash language is Yahushai HaMashiach, which means he delivers, he is salvation, the anointed. Okay? That's what it means, Yahushua HaMashiach. Okay? He is salvation, the anointed. Okay? Now, they know that he is from the tribe of Judah. If the tribe of Judah consists of Negroes, dark, melanated, swarthy skinned, muscular men, okay, that look like upon, right, as fine brass burned in a furnace or burnished copper, okay, and only one race of people look like that on the face of the planet, okay, Salakia, god damn it, get off my fucking phone, goddamn spam wrist. Anyway, Salakia, they have remained in their holds, their might hath failed, they became as women, they have burned her dwelling places, her bars are broken. One post shall run to meet another, and one messenger to meet another, to show the king of Babylon that his city is taken at one end. Is it going to be Texas? Is it going to be New York? Is it going to be California? Okay, we don't know which part of Babylon the Great is going to get hit with this Satan II missile, but the electromagnetic pulse that is produced from the explosion of said missile will wipe out all electricity for 1,000 years. In that immediate vicinity, anywhere between a diameter of 500 miles to 1,000 miles. Just fuck it. Everything is carbonized. It does not work. Period. Phones, TV, it is useless metal. You might as well take that TV apart and dig out the copper and metal of that shit and throw everything else away. Okay? That's how these TVs work. Okay, they have copper and they have metal and they have brass in them. Okay, the Elam, the people with the little red dot in the middle of the ear, that's all they do over there is they take apart these TVs, old phones that you don't want anymore, and they go through there and they take them apart and they take the gold and the silver, they melt that shit down and make gold bars, man. I'm telling you, I watched the videos and them motherfuckers doing this shit to a goddamn TV, and they had a whole bunch of TVs. All just stuff that people just threw away that don't want no more. Phones, everything, man, and found gold, copper, and silver, and brass in it. And they melted all of this shit down, man. They put all the gold in one bucket, 2 buckets, 3 buckets, all these buckets over here. Then you got silver over there. Then you got brass over there, copper over there. And they threw it and melted all down, man, and poured it off into casts. And they got gold, silver bars, brass bars, copper bars. Yeah, man. No bullshit. Out of TVs. How do you think this shit works, man? You think electricity, the best conductor in the world of electricity is gold? Come on, man. Okay, and you got all of this LED shit. What do you think the LED, what was causing it to be an LED? Okay, it was gold and brass and silver that was implanted in the TVs. It's the reason why when they first came out, they was expensive as fuck. Now they're dirt cheap. They're going to get dirt cheaper even than that because now all of the TVs have cameras where they can just watch your house. They don't care. They know what you're doing. The TV's off. You know, your stove, your refrigerator, your microwave, your TV, you know, your phone. Everything is a listening device. They know where you're at, how you're at. If you got Wi-Fi, they could use that as a as a device to where, you know, like a sonar to find out how many people you got in your house because they're bouncing all the Wi-Fi signals off of everything in the house to find out who's there, you know, through that sonar that they got set up, you know, through your Wi-Fi signal that you got in your home. All of this shit, man, I'm telling you, they're going to crash the system this year. They can't go past 2027 with U.S. petrodollars as the underlying currency of all the nations. It's the reason why all the business leaders, along with Donald Trump, went over there to make a business deal, a hugely gigantic business deal with China. Now, China knows that these Edomite devils cannot be trusted. Okay? That's going to bring in the great fervent heat to burn America to the ground. Okay? Which serves 2 purposes. They try to get rid of the Israelites. Okay? 2, The second purpose is they get rid of Babylon the Great. They don't have to worry about these Edomite devils trying to tell them what they can and what they cannot do in order to vie for a position as the next rulership on the world. Okay? The next rulership in the world concerning biblical prophecy are the Israelites. We get to rule forever. Ain't a goddamn thing these devils can do about it. They're pissed off about it. They're trying to go to the... Yahweh's in the solar system. Fuck it, it's too late. They know he's up there. Have you noticed that they're talking about aliens and demons from outer space? Get the fuck out of here, man. Really? Okay. Verse 32. And that the passengers are stopped, right? Martial law. All the passengers go from in and out of state, they're stopped, right? And the reeds they have burned with fire. Okay? The reeds, right, on this broken reed, which is their broken financial system. Okay? Now, the reeds is their finances. And the reeds they have burned with fire. They're finna get rid of the U.S. petrodollar system. Okay? Saudi Arabia destroyed the U.S. petrodollar system. It was backed by oil. Now it's backed by absolutely nothing. So when they crash the system, all the other nations that trusted in Babylon, America, okay, are going to fall with America. Okay? That's going to bring a global collapse. Okay? And all of these nations are trying to put themselves in positions to take control of land, natural resources, and everything, okay, in order to force them. If you want to be a part of this new system that we're setting up, you're going to have to give us this amount of land. You're going to have to give us this amount of your natural resources. You see what I'm saying? This is the wickedness of these goddamn devils, man. They create the solution to the problem, right? Problem, reaction, solution. The Hegelian dialectic. Pressure from above, from the rich at the top, and pressure from below. Where you have nothing. You backed into a corner. You have to make a decision. You see? And the men of war are affrighted. Okay. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, the daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. It is time to thresh her. Yet a little while, and the time of her harvest shall come. And the harvest will be the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai receiving unto himself the elect from the house of Israel. Okay. Let's go get it. Second Ezra, chapter 2. Who's that? I'll start at verse 36. Flee the shadow of this world. Receive the joyfulness of your glory. I testify of my Savior, Yahweh Shai, openly. Verse 37. O receive the gift that is given you, and be glad, giving thanks unto him that hath led you to the heavenly kingdom. And the one that led us to the heavenly kingdom, okay, is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, bringing us, pouring out upon us the Holy Spirit. Okay? What we did is we followed after the truth and entered into other men's labors. By doing these things, we prove that we have faith by the works to believe, okay, in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the creator of the heavens, the earth, the sea, all that is therein, and the foundation of water. Okay? By doing so, that gives us a very, very, very auspicious position to receive salvation from Yahweh Shai HaMashiach and a crown of glory, a crown of salvation, a crown of rejoicing, a crown of joy, a crown of righteousness, a crown of immortality, a crown of power from Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Okay? Let's go into the crowning ceremony. Arise and stand, and behold the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord. Right? Now, we all know from Revelation chapter 12 or chapter 7, we know the number of those to be sealed, right? The 144,000 and the elect 1/3 of the house of Israel that have been scattered into all the heathen nations that look like the heathen nations, but their bloodline go back through the seed of their fathers, not this matriarchy that these Edomite devils have come up with, through the seed of their fathers of the 12 tribes. Those are the individuals that are going to be saved. The Most High only deals with a few people. He's never changed. Malachi chapter 3 verse 6 says, I am the Lord thy God, I change not, therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Okay? It didn't say sons of Moab, sons of Ammon, sons of Esau, sons of Amalek. It said sons of Jacob are not consumed. And these devils are trying to consume us. They are trying to devour us with fuel of fire. this fuel of fire, a fire not blown, which is thermonuclear great fervent heat, okay, as they're trying to devour us with it, okay? That's how close we are to the getting out of here as far as the elect is concerned. 2/3 of our people are going to be left here and melted. 2/3 of our people, but first, like it says in Acts chapter 14, verse 22, concerning the souls of the disciples, therefore it is through much tribulation that we enter into the kingdom of heaven, or the kingdom of God, roughly paraphrased. So we have to go through the tribulation of no lights, no power, no gas, no water, no way to feed ourselves. But like it says also in Isaiah chapter 65, verse 13, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Why? Because we have angels that surround us. Like it says in Psalms. Let's go to Psalms right quick. I was going through too many scriptures right quick, really, really fast. I'm sorry. Salakia. Okay. Okay. Psalms 34 and 17, the righteous cry, and the Lord heareth them and delivereth them out of all their troubles. What trouble? Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7, alas, for that day is great, so that there is none like it. What day is that? The day of the Lord. Like it says in Amos chapter 5, verse 18, the day of the Lord is a day of darkness. To what end is it for you? Right? You 2/3 Christian motherfuckers that sit up there talking about God loves everybody. No, he doesn't. The Most High does not change. He said the sons of Jacob. Understand? Because the flock of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai are men. And those men that the Most High sees, okay, here in these last days, like it says in Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15, are pastors according to the Most High's heart that feed the flock, right? With knowledge and understanding. Okay? Wisdom and knowledge, like it says in Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6, shall be the stability of thy times and the strength of thy salvation. That is the righteous cry unto the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, that we're going to get. You understand? Now, verse 18, the Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Verse 19, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth them out of them all. Okay, verse 20, he keepeth all his bones, not one of them is broken. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. Verse 22, the Lord redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. So we're going to get plenty of food, plenty of water, those of individuals that believe on the holy name, the righteous, set-apart name of Yahweh, Alasadja, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, the creator of the heavens, the earth, the sea, all that is therein, and the foundations of water, including his through the blood that was shed for the elect, those that fear the Most High's name, as it is written in Malachi chapter 3, verse 16. Then those that feared the Lord spake often one unto another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord and thought upon his name. And the only people that actually think about the true name of the Most High are the elect. The rest of them, they don't give a shit. They think it's still Jesus Christ. They think it's still Yeshua Mashiach and Yahusha and whatever the fuck other mistransliterations of the true name are, based on Masoretic vowel points that have been put above and below the Assyrian script Hebrew that was hijacked by a man by the name of Eleazar ben Yehudi in 1539. You people don't know your history. In order to know the mysteries, this esoteric knowledge that was only meant for a few, okay? The only way you can get this knowledge, okay? I'm telling you, and accept it is that you believe on the name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. If you don't believe in that name, you are not going to get it. If you don't get it, it was never meant for you to get it. The Most High sent an angel to block the understanding of what we're trying to say from you in order to destroy you. That is a bad fucking position to be in, man. Are you serious? You motherfuckers are insane. 2nd Ezra chapter 2, right? Verse 39. Oh, verse 38. Arise up and stand. Behold, the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord, which are departed from the shadow of the world and have received glorious garments of the Lord. Take thy number, O Zion, the memorial of Israel, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of the Lord. Okay? Is the law of the Lord fulfilled? Right? If ye love me, keep my commandments. My commandments are not grievous, right? Okay. Love thy neighbor as thyself, right? And love the Lord with all thy might, all thy heart, all thy soul, all thy strength, all thy getting, right? All whatever it is, right? That's it. How do you prove that? Is to fear the Most High. Like it says in Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. The only people that he was referring to when he said men or man are Israelites. Fuck the rest. Everybody else is a wild brute beast. Why? Because the law, statutes, and commandments were only given to the Israelites under Mount Sinai and rewritten under Mount Horeb. Those are the only people that the Most High, with a strong arm and a mighty fist stretched out, that he brought out of Egypt, the house of bondage, from out of the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Those are the only people he brought out of there. The strangers are those individuals that had married into the Israelites while they were enslaved. Edomites were not there. They were not a part of it. Man, come on, man. And this is Egypt, direct fucking sunlight with no shade in sight. Do you honestly believe these Edomites came out of Egypt directly for 450 fucking years in direct sunlight, and all you get is one drink of water per day, and you are made to make bricks of straw? Come on now. Are you serious? These motherfuckers have the highest content of heat stroke, okay, and heat exhaustion in the world. Skin cancer in the world. Because they're over there in our land claiming to be us. You know? Look, even the phone had to chime in on that one. They're imposters. Look, twice. Damn. Okay? So whenever you get done, these individuals need to shut down this system, the way it's set up, so this way they can usher in the new world order, okay, which is central bank digital currency. Donald Trump said he wasn't going to put digital currency up. That's the first thing he's going to do. Happy birthday, America. The new digital 6G operational system is now up and running. The infrastructure's already there. The only way through digital ID to prove who you are, you have to prove that on digital ID is the reason why they're putting up all these flock cameras in your neighborhood when you leave your neighborhood, when you come back. It zooms right in on your fucking face, even in the middle of the night. Okay? All right? They got infrared imaging, all of that shit. Okay? And it's set up by solar panels. So they're always on. Okay? They see everything. They're zooming in on your tag, all of that shit. That's the reason why now in vehicles, starting in 2026, 2027, they want to put certain cameras in your car where the NVIDIA and all of these other AI systems can shut your phone or shut your car off, you know, if they think that you're under some sort of distress. Or if you're angry, if you get into an argument with your wife on the phone, they just shut your goddamn car off in the middle of traffic. Now, if you're using Tesla, that's the reason why Tesla's over there. That's going to affect electric cars too. Okay? You see? So it's going to get bad. They're going to make gas to where it's going to be anywhere from upwards of $10 to $15 a fucking gallon. People are not going to be able to afford it because they're raising the prices on all of the lights, gas, trash, water, your phone, the rent, your mortgage, property tax on every goddamn thing, making everything more expensive than what it was 10 years ago. Way more expensive. Goddamn gas is $5 a gallon now. Okay, just on average. That's average. Get on the news and act. Type it in your Google search engine. Type it in YouTube. It's search engine, man. Okay. Verse 41. The number of thy children whom thou longest for is fulfilled. Beseech the power of the Lord, that thy people which have been called from the beginning may be hallowed. And hallowed means being sanctified and justified for that faith by works. Okay? Right? Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show you my faith by my works, to prove that I have faith, which is the reason why I chose this truth. Well, the Most High actually chose me. Let me correct that. Salakia. All right. Now, verse 42. I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion, right, the memorial of Israel, a great people whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. This is after these Edomites have redubbed the rapture. Bullshit. That is the fear of the Most High God taught by the precept of men. Bullshit, like it says in Isaiah chapter 29. Is it Jeremiah? I think it's Jeremiah 29 and 15. Right? Taught by the precept of men. It's either Isaiah 29 and 15 or Jeremiah 29 and 15. One of the two. Can't remember. But, for sure. But like I said before, okay, I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. It says the same thing in Revelations chapter 7, verse 9, doesn't it? Right? Hold on. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, which was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. Right? This is the crowning ceremony of the elect. Those individuals, the 144,000 and the elect 1/3 of the house of Israel, whom the Most High had already predetermined from the foundation of the earth, who would be saved here in these last days. Remember, the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai stands outside the boundary of time and space. Time and space are constructs. They were created. Why? Proverbs chapter 16, verse 4. The Lord maketh all things for himself, yep, even the wicked, for the day of evil. So the Most High makes all things for himself and for his pleasure. Okay, and he doesn't have to give you an answer or answer you or answer your question about why did he make me thus. He does what he wants, when he wants, whenever he wants to do it, to whomever he wants to do it, however long he wants to do it. Ain't a goddamn thing you can do about it to stop him. Your arms are too short to fight with the Most High. I think you're going to lose that fist fight. That's just my personal opinion, but I really think you're going to lose it. Okay, hold on. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, whom they have confessed in the world. The only people that confess the true name of the Most High, Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, Yahushai, are the elect. Everybody else, they don't have any faith or belief in that name. Sure, they know that they're Israelites, but they don't call upon the true name of the Lord, and they don't have any faith. They're thinking everything on a carnal level because they're still in the mindset of God loves everybody through that evangelical Christian bullshit. Understand? The Most High made a division betwixt who he chose and whom he didn't. 2/3, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but a third shall be left therein. That third is the 144,000 and the elect, 1/3. Remember, you have 3/3, right? 2/3 are going to be cut off and die. 1/3 is going to be left. 66.6% of Israelites are going to be left here and melted with Esau, Edom, and the heathen nations. Okay, those individuals that are in those deep underground bunkers, like it says in Amos chapter 9, verses 2 and 3, we're going to dig their ass out of there. Mark Zuckerberg underwater with your underwater super prison. We're going to dig your ass out of there. Nothing you can do. We're going to put you directly into chains, as it is written in Psalms chapter 149, verses 6 through 9. We're going to put you in there. Okay. Put their kings in chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Okay. This judgment written, it shall be fulfilled. By whom? The elect. Those that the Most High chose to receive salvation in these last days. It is written, Isaiah chapter 26, verse 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. These chambers and the doors are to the chariots of the Most High God, whom you call UFOs, unidentified aerial phenomenon and whatnot. Okay? It's a fact. There's nowhere out of it. My point being is this. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High God, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I to greatly commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. The only people that stand stiffly for the name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai and his only begotten Son, Yahushua HaMashiach, are the elect of the house of Israel, the prophets that have been standing on street corners telling to your face that you are at an end. It is time to come out of the world and start rehearsing the righteous acts, which is to fear the Most High and keep his commandments to the best of your ability. That way, the grace and mercy that the Most High God will give you for trying will cover you in your mistakes and keeping the law. The law was never done away with, okay, and the biblical prophecies have not all been fulfilled. Okay? I'm going to give you I got to get out of here and get to work, or to the plantation, right? Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11. And it shall come to pass at that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time. So he came the first time, right? And you treated him like a man. You hung his ass on a tree. You crucified him. You thrust him through with a goddamn post. You pulled his heart out, and his guts and blood and everything ran out onto the fucking ground. Okay? And you put foot-long railroad spikes through his hands and his feet. If I woke up from that type of traumatic experience, I'm going to be pissed the fuck off. I'm going to kick your ass. Okay? Why do you think he's here? Get this. He brought all of the angels in heaven with him. You Edomites ain't got... It's going to be a slaughter. Okay? It's going to be a slaughter, as it is written in 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 4 through 11. It's going to be a slaughter. You people are finished. As a race, as a global entity, as a global conglomerate of individuals that were dedicated to keep the Israelites away from their God and keep them in error until he gets here, in order to try to receive unto yourselves the birthright. Get the fuck out of here, man. The Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua through his son, through Abraham's only son that he chose, Isaac, the son of promise, promised Jacob that he would get all things, and that his elder shall serve him, which is his brother, and his brethren shall serve him, right? Okay. Esau got a separate blessing. He's enjoying it right now. He's at the end of his blessing. He wants to extend it. There is no extension, like it says in Job chapter 14. What is it? Hold on. So let me go over here to Job chapter 14, verse 5 right quick. Pitch stop. Right? Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So you see, these boundaries that the Most High have already set up for these Edomite devils were set up when Isaac gave Esau his blessing. The boundary was already set. Okay? When thou hast had the dominion, thou shalt break your brother's yoke from off thy neck. Okay? Right? He that killeth with the sword shall die by the sword. Right? Esau lives by the sword. He's going to die by the sword. That's his boundary. One of them, for sure. Okay? He's fucked. There's nothing he can do about that. He has to be destroyed, man, because the Most High set him up for failure. That's what you wanted. Crying like a little bitch. Oh, Father, what about me? Give me a blessing too. Oh, my Father. Crying like a bitch. What are you mad at us for? You were stupid enough to sell the birthright for the modern day equivalent to a McDonald's Happy Meal. Why do you think this motherfucker still reminds himself of what he had done to himself by setting up all these fast food restaurants? Come on, man. Use your brain. Other than the hat rack. I think it would be better. Right. That's beside the point. All right. Now let's go back over here to Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11. Right. And it shall come to pass at that day that the Lord shall set his hand the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set it up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Where does it say that at? Wow. It says the same thing here. And verse Matthew chapter 24, verse 30. Then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. Then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. All the tribes of the earth are going to be, oh my God, it's alien from outer space. That's the reason why they're telling all these church pastors to tell their congregations to get ready to look up into the sky. You're going to see aliens and demons coming out of nowhere. They're going to push this Project Blue Beam, get people's mind hardened against the Most High when he finally gets here and busts through the clouds. They're going to say, it's aliens. Everybody's going to be running from him instead of running to him. Only the elect will run to him because they know the truth between Project Bluebeam and what the truth is when he busts through the clouds. These Edomites are trying to deceive you, okay? And they're telling their church pastors to use faith against you as a control mechanism to control your minds and your thoughts and what you see. Don't believe what you see. It's a lie. Boo. It's aliens. They're aliens. Don't trust them. Right? That's it, man. Okay. Then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. This power and great glory is the fathership. Just like you saw in that movie Independence Day with Will Smith, where it came in from New York City and San Francisco and covered up the entire skyline for miles and miles and miles. It was right above the clouds too. Just fuck it. You had to go up there at 747, 737 up there, that type of height, just to get a good look at it. Okay? And it was hugely gigantic and stretched up into the stratosphere from there. Remember? It was a hugely gigantic chip. Imagine that bust through the clouds on these Edomite devils, right? And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect, right? The outcasts of Israel. And he shall gather together, okay, Judah, the dispersed of Judah, right? So the outcasts of Israel and the dispersed of Judah are gathered together, called his elect. From the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other, right? I just told you in Isaiah 26 and 20 how they're going to get there, right? All right, come my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. Understand? Right? Let's go and get another one. Isaiah chapter 31, verse 5, right? Let's start at verse 4. No, let's start at verse 5. As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. It's not a building with a red heifer being slaughtered and all this other bullshit with this imposterism over there got going on. Okay, those people are imposters. You understand me? They are not the Most High people. They're not. Let's use a little bit of common sense. Come now, let's reason together, saith the Lord. Okay, I'm not the Lord. I'm just saying that's what it says in the Holy Scriptures. I can tell you why, where, whatever reason. Okay, he said, come now, let us reason together, right? Okay, let's use reasoning, which means common sense. Okay, if these are the Most High's people, okay, why are they calling on Donald Trump to help them against Iran? To help them against UAE, Qatar, Lebanon, Syria, Libya, Afghanistan. Why are they calling on Donald Trump to use his military forces to fight for them? Why don't they call upon the name of the Lord? You see, the narrative does not fit because they're calling upon people that look just like them, that have the power of the sword. The power of the sword, which means they have the power to kill. Okay? Understand? So, like I said before, come now, let's reason together, saith the Lord. Okay, can you not see these people are not the chosen people of the Lord? Man, come on, oral circumcision? You mean to tell me you're going to circumcise a little baby that ain't been in the world 8 days, 5 days, 10 days, whatever, and you're going to circumcise him with your mouth? How the fuck? So you're chewing on this little baby's little ping, right? In order to chew off the skin, the foreskin that he was born with, right? And sucking the blood and all of it. Man, you nasty motherfuckers, man. These are not people of the Lord, of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Circumcision, okay, is supposed to be done on the 8th day from sundown to sundown with a blade. Not your mouth. These nasty monkeys, you see what I'm saying? They do everything opposite and adverse to the Most High, what he says. I'm telling you, it's what they do, man. These goddamn godless animals, man. Bloodthirsty animals. Now they're selling a boy for a harlot and a girl for wine through, HUMAN, which means human, TRAFFICKING. Okay, I can't say that word because of the algorithm that's going to flip the fuck out and block this video from being seen from the people that need to see it. Okay? That's the reason why we have to use code words. Sometimes I slip. I can't help that. And the word comes out anyway. Those are the good videos that I put out. And, you never see them. Okay? But anyway, as birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it. Okay? The outcasts of Israel and the dispersed of Judah. The elect. right? We just proved that the Most High chose from one end of heaven to the other, from Pathros, from Cush, from Elam, from the isles of the sea, right? Okay, understand? So anyway, like I said before, these devils, this is what they're doing. Okay. You need top CEOs join Trump for trip to China. Okay? In the world that run every goddamn thing. Okay? That's what's going on, man. We try to tell you, but you think we're full of shit or something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai finna exterminate these devils. That's how close we are to the advent of the Son of the Most High busting through the clouds and these devils, man. All we're waiting for now is the implementation of the Mark of the Beast, RFID microchip. That's all we're waiting on. Okay, let's go get it. Revelation chapter 13, right? Okay, verse 15, right? And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, right? The image of the beast to their infrastructure, central bank digital currency, digital ID, right? That the image of the beast should both speak through draconian law. They're going to make it mandatory that you have to use this in order to participate in cashless society, right? And cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, meaning that you'll be cut off from society. You'll be starved to death. You'll be homeless. You won't have anything. You see what I'm saying? You can't buy food. You can't go grocery shopping. You can't go this. You can't do that. You can't get paid. You can't go to work. You know, because you don't have anything for the company to pay you on. You're going to work for free? How are you going to pay it? How does that work? You can't enter into the gate unless you have the digital ID. The digital ID takes the form of a RFID microchip, NFC chip, the size of a grain of rice implanted underneath your skin. It is minimally invasive. They want it subcutaneously implanted underneath your skin. Okay, all of these CEOs of all of these tech companies are going over there to talk to China and all of their tech CEOs and all of their masterful technologies that they have over there. Japan's in there too. So this way they could control the narrative of the entire world using technology. Okay, now remember, those days shall be shortened, right? Hold on. Those days shall be shortened. Boom. Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, the outcasts of Israel and the dispersed of Judah, right? Okay. Those days shall be shortened. Okay. So these devils have a short period of time to, yes, we've done it. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Or what is it? Ooh, there it is. Job chapter 5, verse 12. Ooh, forgot about that one. Job chapter 5, verse 12. He frustrates the devices and schemes of the crafty so that their hands cannot attain success or achieve anything of lasting worth. Wow. Okay. He catches the so-called wise in their own shrewdness, and the advice of the devious is quickly thwarted. Okay? Thwarted. What does that mean? Define. Define thwarted. The verb thwart describes defeating something or someone, so the adjective form thwarted describes something that has been defeated or ruined. Like a thwarted team that isn't going to win the championship. Damn, no shit. Another team has surpassed them. What other team? The outcasts of Israel and the dispersed of Judah, the elect of the house of Israel, whom the Most High had predetermined for salvation, okay, during the time of Jacob's trouble. Alas, for that day is great, so that there is nothing like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. That individuals are going to be saved are who? The dispersed of Israel, Judah, and the outcasts of Israel. Salakia, the dispersed of Judah and the outcasts of Israel. Okay? Those that have been scattered amongst the heathen nations. Let's go get more on the scattering, shall we? Hold on. He deploys it. Okay. Right? In the daytime, they meet in darkness, and at noon, they grope as in the night. That's exactly what these motherfuckers are doing, man. Come on, man. Can't you see? I just showed you the video. Want me to show you again? Okay. And the poor from the hand of the mighty. Right? Okay, hold on. I misspoke. Job chapter 5, verse 14. In the daytime, they meet in darkness. The trip to China. All the top CEOs in the world. Right? And at noon, they grope as in the night. Right? They grope grasping at straws. But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Alasadja, he demon-like power, okay, that fights for his people, the Israelites, saves the innocent from the sword of the mouth of the devious, and the poor from the hand of the mighty. Okay? So the helpless have hope, and injustice shuts its mouth. Okay? Behold, how happy and fortunate is the man that the Most High reproves. So do not despise or reject the discipline of the Almighty, subjecting you to trial and suffering. He inflicts pain, but he binds up and gives relief. He wounds, but his hands also heal. He will rescue you from 6 troubles. Even in 7, evil will not touch you. In famine, he will redeem you from death, and in war from the power of the sword. You will be hidden from the scourge of the tongue, and you will not be afraid of destruction when it comes. You will laugh at violence and famine, and you will not be afraid of the wild beasts of the earth, for you will be in harmony with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field will be at peace with you. Okay, so the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, like I said before, has got a plan to save his people. Isaiah chapter 34, verse 7. The angel, Genesis chapter 16, verse 17. But the angel of the Lord found her by a spring of water in the wilderness on the road to Egypt by way of Shur. That person that the angel had found was Hagar, the mother of Ishmael. Right? That Sarai, the wife of Abram, had evicted out of the house. Okay? Remember? Okay? The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him with awe-inspired reverence and worship him with obedience. And he rescues each of them. Okay? Right? Psalms 34 and 17, and then I'm going to close out. When the righteous cry for help, the Lord hears and rescues them from all their distress and troubles. The Lord is near to the heartbroken, and he saves those who are crushed in spirit, contrite in heart, truly sorry for their sin. Many hardships and perplexing circumstances confront the righteous, but the Lord rescues him from them all. Okay? All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rahabakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that have been scattered abroad throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Shalom.